Hi Prep Parents, welcome to your online tutorial for using Microsoft Teams and the Learning Place. These are the two apps and websites that we'll be using throughout our remote learning. So the first one is Microsoft Teams, and this is available on our webpage and also as an app. Microsoft Teams will only be used to have face-to-face contact with your classroom teacher and the other students in your classroom. The other website that we will be using is the Learning Place. The Learning Place is used for parents and students to find all of the resources and additional links that they will need when they are doing their remote learning. Now I'm going to go through each resource and show you how to use those. Welcome to Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams is the platform that we'll be using to do face-to-face check-ins. Your classroom teacher will email you with a time that they would like to meet all of the students in your class. You will need to log into Microsoft Teams with the username and password provided by your teacher, and you will be presented with this screen. This team is for the Wombats class. If you were in the Echidnas, you would see an Echidnas role class set up here. If you're in the Sugar Gliders, you would see the Sugar Gliders role class. If you're in the Bilbies, you would see the Bilbies role class, for example. First thing that you need to do to find the online meeting is click on the role class that you're in. Then you will see that your teacher has already set up the meeting and is already available to start talking. So you can click join. When you click join, you need to allow your microphone and your video to be accessible so that everybody in your class can see you and you can also chat to the other people. You might notice that straight away your classroom teacher has turned off all of your microphones, and that is to reduce the amount of sound that everybody will hear when multiple children are trying to talk at the same time. So once you have allowed your camera and your microphone, you're going to select join now, and then you will be able to see your teacher. There are a few features here. This one is the raise hand button. And if you're raising your hand, that is telling your teacher that you would like to speak, and then they can unmute your microphone. There is also here a conversation thread where you can ask any questions or say hello to your classmates and wish them well during this lockdown, etc. When you are finished, you just simply click the hang up button and then sign out of Microsoft Teams. To access the Learning Place, you will Google the Learning Place and select this option here. Once you are in the Learning Place, you simply scroll down, and on the right hand side you will see something called eLearn Blackboard. On the side it says My Courses. You're going to select Wess Prep. Into the Learning Place you'll be greeted with this announcements page. On the announcements page it will have important announcements from the prep teachers, however the main point of contact will still be via email. In the Learning at Home Resources tab, you will find Learning at Home resources from the department. The Wess at Home tab has our weekly grid on there, which will also be sent out to parents via email. In the offline and online resources, you will find multiple resources that you need for online learning, plus a large amount of resources that you can use as an additional option. In the Online Resources tab, you will see Sunshine Online and Sunshine Classic, which are digital home readers. There is also an app called Teach Your Monster to Read, which is an app great for learning to read for students. If we go back to the online and offline resources, you will find more offline resources in this folder. Offline resources mean they do not directly need the internet when doing these tasks. So for example, in the Jollyphonics folder, you will find copies of the white Jollyphonics books that are inside our homework folders. If I go back to the offline resources, there are a folder called Sight Words. In the Sight Words folder, you will see lots of different sight word activities that you can do for practicing sight words, and down the bottom, a link that will take you to the document that has all of the sight words on it. If I go back to offline resources and click blending words, again, a document that has all of the blending words in sequence. There are multiple other folders, so maths, HAS, and science. In these folders, there are also resources that students can use as additional to the learning on the grid. In Wellbeing, you'll find useful links about student wellbeing and parent wellbeing, and staff information. You can find contact details for the prep teachers and our head of curriculum at West End State School.